hello to those of you who feel called to this reading in particular. My goal is to give you a message that your ancestors have for you at this very moment. The first thing we're going to do is shuffle out one major arcana from the Nightmare Before Christmas tarot to look at what major part of your life your ancestors want to address. If you want to stick around to be a part of the community that I'm trying to create, subscribe and hit that notification bell. You can also find me on TikTok and Instagram for more reading-related content, where I use my voice and also make music-inspired digital art for when I don't know how to put how I feel into words. Links are in the description. Okay, so your ancestors would like to address the Emperor. This is ridiculous. In general, I'm feeling that your ancestors are really putting emphasis on your ability to create, especially in terms of stability and security for yourself. There's also the idea of having self-control and self-discipline. I'm seeing a 1-1-1. The Emperor is someone who is committed to themselves. That's exactly how, they're committed to themselves and what they want out of life, and that's where their power comes from, is what I'm feeling. Also the idea here, of course, of the foundation of your foundation. There's very strong foundational energies here, and how you are the foundation of your foundation. You and your mental health are the foundation of your foundation. As long as you have control over your thoughts, how you view yourself, and how you view the world, nothing can stop you. I definitely feel called to tell you that. But now I want to use the Prismavisions Tarot to better understand what exactly about this Emperor energy they want to address. Okay, so we have your Judgment with the Crown Chakra and some symbol of a planet that I don't know. You can look that up if you'd like, but I just saw 222. Your mental health, again, is being, I just heard pinged here, but it's being highlighted. Focusing on gaining control of your thoughts, especially when it comes to anger and feeling sad, being able to overcome that sadness. Because in reality, anger is just a sadness that was never resolved or healed from, And your Judgment here, this is about your decisions and how protecting your judgment is very important for where you're at in life right now and where you want to be in the future, most definitely, especially if you plan to be in a leadership position. So valuing your mental health, valuing you as the foundation of your foundation, it's going to get you places, it's going to get you far. So never forget your worth and what you deserve. Don't become reckless to the point where you're not considering what you deserve. I just saw 333. Learn more about yourself. Learn more about the world. Release the lies that you tell yourself, if that's relevant. The Crown Chakra here tells me something about being very connected spiritually. Especially when it comes to spiritual wisdom, divine wisdom, that sort of thing. You have a lot of potential to unlock here. Fear can be turned into wisdom. Pain can be turned into potential. So honestly, when something bad happens to you, when something happens to you that you can't control, pretty much, oh, dang it, I lost the idea. Oh, use that as motivation to have more control over how you feel, because the reality is, the more you allow things that you can't control happen to you, accept more so, I don't want to get that mixed up, but the more you accept the things that you can't control that happen to you, you're actually putting yourself in more control. There's something almost about an illusion here. I just saw 444 when it comes to what real control looks like, and almost proving those people who thought they were in control wrong. That's powerful right there. Wow, and so is this. We have the Chariot with the moon, throat chakra, and Cancer. I just heard. Okay, if you watch Friends, I don't know if you do, but there's this episode where Chandler goes, "The sound of music," and I heard that in my head. So that might be music, might be relevant, especially if the universe, your ancestors, whoever, have a lot to communicate to you spiritually. Music is a very good source or channel for that. So maybe if you want to, if you've journaled before in the past, get back into that. If you've never journaled before, give it a shot. I think the universe, your ancestors, all spiritual beings that support you on your journey want to communicate with you through writing, if you don't already. Getting back to something. But this Chariot here, this is definitely, wow, literally what I was just talking about with the idea of control. Having control over your life is not having control over physical things, is not trying to control things that you can't. Having control over your life is more about having control over yourself and your emotions to be able to stay consistent enough in your endeavors, especially as a leader. Consistency is definitely important for leadership. I'm definitely feeling that. With the throat chakra, standing up in your power might be an inspiring story for others, and that's just confirmation or validation of that. Yeah, there's a lot of powerful energy here, and definitely I feel called to repeat the idea of having control is accepting the things that you can't control. And I think that's so interesting. Next we have the Fool with the crown chakra again. Yo, all of these are major arcanas. Like, this energy is very powerful here. I think that's awesome. We got the crown chakra twice, so definitely a lot of divine wisdom, spiritual wisdom to be discovered, to be had. The Fool here signifies a new door in your life that opens you to the ability to stand up for yourself and to use your voice and protect yourself from things that you don't deserve. Being able to take that leadership role and be a trailblazer, you know? There's also, another planet here that I don't know. But the moon here, I do know that one. There's definitely a journey, an inner journey being signified with that moon here. And if you're on that journey, keep going. If you haven't started yet, get going. Yeah. Wow. And the next card we have is Illumination. Yeah. There's a lot of wisdom to gain from your situation, from the things that you've been through, and how you're going to get out of what you've been stuck in for so long. That's so interesting. I want to get another card to clarify this Illumination card. We have the Wheel of Fortune with the solar plexus and Jupiter. I do know that planet. So about a lot to gain here. And it's interesting the solar plexus is coming up because that honestly gives me the same energy as the Chariot. But I'm trying to find a way to put this into words, because the Wheel of Fortune, it's definitely about things that you can't control. The wheel turning, things happen in the time that they're meant to happen in, and allowing things to flow. There's definitely something with that. And how your abundance that you've been waiting for, this Wheel of Fortune, this fortune you've been waiting for, it's flowing towards you. You're flowing toward it, however you want to look at it. But you're on that path to turn the wheel in a way that's full of good luck rather than bad luck. And I believe that you create your own luck, which is interesting, because in the movie The Titanic, I don't remember his name, I don't think. I know Jax, obviously, but the opposite dude who wanted to marry Rose. I think his name, like, last name maybe starts with a C. But he said that a real man creates his own luck, which I hated, obviously. But I do believe that you do create your own luck. And obviously that man is very manipulative and not, well-intended. But, it's just interesting that comes up. If it's relevant, it's relevant. But next we have the Page of Pentacles. There's a new endeavor here that your ancestors want to highlight. A new commitment, perhaps a new career or a new way of creating stability and security for yourself in a monetary way. I think with that card, you're just being encouraged to stay committed to yourself. I just saw 1111, a wish, wow, and the Wheel of Fortune is here. What was I saying? Let me think. Let me pause this video because honestly I don't remember what I was saying. That was so distracting. I was saying that your ancestors are encouraging you to stay committed to yourself, the foundation of your foundation, yourself and your mental health. So that way you can stay committed to this endeavor. If you ever feel like you're wanting to stray away from this opportunity, sit yourself down for a minute before you make any changes to your routine and ask yourself, really understand why you want to change things up or stop altogether. Where does it come from? I think that's really important for you to hear. But before I end this reading, I want to get 4 of these runes for more information. I think this one will be interesting. These readings that I've been doing with ancestors coming through, there's a lot of ancestors here encouraging people to listen, really. I just saw 111. To gain to feel secure in themselves and to feel stable within themselves and who they are. Ooh, that's so true. The energy is just coming so strongly, which makes a lot of sense because your ancestors, they care about your foundation. They care about where you're living, whether you're taken care of, And there's definitely spiritual support about that. The first rune ensues with the letter A, mouth, Odin, communication, transmission of knowledge, which is interesting because this is over the throat chakra here. But mouth here, yeah, again, it makes me, there could be something significant here about your mouth or your throat. Maybe clearing your throat a lot or picking your lips a lot. That's interesting that that's coming up. But overall, the main idea that I'm feeling coming through with like mouth and throat chakra is using your voice to make a difference and pursuing your purpose, but first understanding that you yourself needs to be stable first. You yourself needs to be secure in the ideas that you have about yourself and the world. Communication and transmission of knowledge. That's what a leader does. They lead with wisdom and direction, but they can't do that if they themselves don't have a sense of direction in their own lives. Yeah, there's definitely a need here to gain a sense of direction, which I think is interesting. Or to strengthen some sort of sense of direction if you already know where you're headed. The next rune is Thurisaz with the letters TH. Giants, brutal force, unexpected change with ATH. For some reason that made me think of Elf ALF. That's a really old TV show. I don't even know what it is, but it's coming up. Giants, brute force, unexpected change. This definitely gives me tower energy, or like destructive giants. I'm thinking of tornadoes. I definitely feel here that you're jarred about something or many things. Unexpected changes constantly, especially throughout childhood. I think it's time to stop the flow, I guess you could say, which isn't, it's kind of paradoxical, I guess, but I don't even remember what I was saying. Oh my gosh, ADHD can be so annoying sometimes. But I think it's time to give yourself a foundation that no longer has these unexpected changes and that instability. I'm about to see 444 on this clock. I just saw it. But yeah, definitely huge idea here about relocating and finding the ability and power to do that within yourself rather than someone or something outside of yourself. There's definitely an avenue here, I heard, or a way where you could find more empowerment. Yeah, with using your voice. Next, we got Othala with the letter O. This is interesting. Came up in another reading I did today. But we have heritage, possessions, ancestral wisdom, and home. Heritage, thinking about where you came from. Maybe a family member wants to pass down some possessions, that have been passed down in the family before you. Ancestral wisdom. There's a lot of wisdom here in trying to obtain stability and security yourself. I just heard this idea about, making things appear out of thin air. A funny idea of magic here, I feel. But home, yeah. I think what could be a really good motivator for you to stay committed to this endeavor is creating a real home for yourself. A real place to go to where you can truly relax and feel safe and feel secure. Just in a safe place technically, where you don't have to worry about anything because you got you. Wow, that's pretty powerful, I'm not gonna lie. Hopefully some spirits are being lifted. I felt called to say that. But now we have our, with the radar, I just noticed something, but we have wagon, travel, movement, introspective journey. We have Thor here, or a Thor. So, yeah, that's interesting. I don't know Thor that well or the storyline or anything, but what I do know is that he's powerful. Maybe watching, I think Thor's movie, or, watching that character in action, I heard, could help you feel inspired. I just heard Odin, actually, yeah, because it's right there. They wanted me to point that out. Odin, something here about some sort of god. Maybe mythical, Greek, Roman, whatever, that inspires you, or you feel connected to. Oh, this could also even be like an Egyptian god, Rado with the letter R. Wagon. This makes me think of Oregon Trail. Maybe you play that game. That could be significant, playing that game, maybe learning something spiritual from it. Or just the story of the Oregon Trail in general. I definitely feel like you're being encouraged to explore what the Oregon Trail was like for those people. Maybe their strength can inspire you. That's so interesting. With travel here, movement, again, the idea of relocating and creating something better for yourself. This could also be related to traveling somewhere else to find security and stability, whatever that means for you. There could be that opportunity, just as with anything in life, don't expect it. But introspective journey. I don't know why this card is like that, but yeah, keep your anger in check. Always stay connected with your spirituality. Keep your thoughts in check. Always monitor your emotions. If anger, sadness, or anything uncomfortable comes up, something is trying to be said to you there through the universe or whoever in the spiritual realm. Is there anything else I can get from this? Okay, so this planet, Jupiter, there's very expansive energies here and a need to find your independence or to be on the path that you know will lead you to that independence. But yeah, that's all I have. I hope that it was helpful, and I'd really love to hear any comments you have in the comments section. If you like this reading, hit the like button to show me that. This is one of the best ways that you can support me. If you'd like to offer even more support for what I'm doing, you can do so by donating through the thanks button directly below the video. Absolutely not obligated, but always very much appreciated. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you around.